Hey guys, it's Crispy Driver, and we're back at it in iRacing. I haven't been here for a while, but we're going to drive in the Mazda MX-5 Cup here at Alton Park. Hope it goes well. We're starting in 9th place. We'll see how it goes. Hey guys, voiceover Crispy here, jumping in to provide some commentary in this race. We're actually going to do 2 races here at Alton Park, but this first one here was amazing. You're going to get to see all of it. It was some non-stop action from start to finish, starting right off in this first turn, just barely surviving there. Of course, in Mazda, any of these Mazda races, you definitely just have to be concerned about people going off because it's super easy to do in these cars. And usually you got low-level license people in here. Speaking of license, the reason why I'm even doing these Mazda races and trying to get back into iRacing is if you've been keeping up with my recent stream, my buddies have been doing a endurance race, and I want to join them in iRacing doing that. So we're just trying to get our license up. And while I did so, figured I'd get this amazing footage for you guys. Not much doing on here. Just about had him on the left side. And I get the better run up on the inside here. But I knew this chicane was coming up, so I backed out of it just a little bit just to make sure I wasn't going to wreck with him on lap 1 here. Just like that other guy did. This teal car was going kind of slow into that chicane, but I chose to kind of hold off. And it definitely paid off here as I got the run right out of that corner here. Bit of a drag race into the next corner, but I knew I had the ideal line. And move done. It's probably bad karma to laugh so hard, but that was pretty funny. So another position down, bringing us up to 7th position, up from 9th. And we can see 6th position in front of us, so I'm just trying to hunt him down. Entering this corner, I ended up making a tiny bit of a mistake, and you can see I locked up. That let the teal car get right on by me once more, but I stayed with him here, thinking that maybe if I pressured him into the chicane, I could probably force an error. And he definitely made an error, but I definitely didn't make the best of it by not getting a really good exit there. At this point, I realized I was pushing a little bit too hard, so I was trying to calm down, relax, and just try to find my groove. As it was only lap 2, and I hadn't really had any laps without having to pass or be passed by someone. So then we got lucky there, got past that person that wrecked. As I entered this corner here, I noticed the teal car made a bit of a mistake and lost a bit of traction. So I knew I'd have my best run going down into this turn 2, or maybe turn 3 if you count that kink. So I tried to force it up the inside. Managed to just barely get it done. That guy behind me followed us through, and he was following me close. You can see him there in my rear view, but he backs out of it a little bit. So I was just trying to maintain and focus. Try to be really careful not to make the same mistake in that corner again, but this time I make the mistake on the exit, which allows him to get up on my right side as we go into the little kink here. And again, I a little bit hesitant trying to get through that chicane. And it definitely worked out for me, though. We didn't get any contact, and I got the better run on this back straight. I did brake a little earlier than him on that. So he did get by me, but I secured my position. And I didn't lose sight of him, which is the important part to me. Made a tiny mistake there, but it ended up being a bit costly as it lost me a lot of time to the guy in front. As we started this lap, I realized that the guy behind was really, really close, so I was trying to be very careful into turn one, but I still made a tiny mistake, which made me a bit slow on exit. So entering this corner, I tried to be super careful, but I just ended up going a bit wide. Not allowed him to get ahead of me. So we lost that position that we had gained. But I was keeping up with him, so I was doing my best to just try to stay as close as possible to him, and hopefully we could push up and catch up to the next position. Again, he just loses a ton of time in that chicane, and that gives me the way better exit for the back straight. Allows me to get right beside him. And then it's just a matter of braking with him. And he leaves me the space, so kind of abused it a bit. And all this fighting is allowing the red and black Mazda behind me to catch up. So I know I need to make this move and make it stick quick. I just can't seem to get it done right through there. I noticed the teal car turned in really early. So I thought, man, maybe I could get ahead of him through the pit straight. I didn't have enough overspeed, but I was right up beside him. And again, into turn one, he turned in really super early. It allowed me to get a super run going into the kink and into turn two here. But unfortunately with that super run, I didn't brake it early enough. That allowed him to get right on by me and let the red and black car make a run up beside me and completely pass me before the corner. Now I know the chicane's coming up, and that teal car hasn't done great through there before, so I'm hoping that if he makes a mistake, that maybe I can take advantage and catch up. But it was actually the red and black car that made a mistake on exit, and we zoomed right on by past him. Now it's just a matter of chasing down this teal car and try to get one more position out of this. Instead, I made a slight mistake in that red and black car. Manages to get the run. Puts it on the inside for the next corner. I just managed to outbrake him, holding on to my position. Guy was super racy. Really wanted that position. Likely just due to the pressure here, I ended up outbraking myself, and he pushed me wide just to make sure that he could get on by right as we started the last lap. So I knew I had to pass him again and make it count. So starting the last lap, I was again back in my original position of 9th. And I knew I could probably pull something off here, so I lined it up and got the move done before the kink, but you can see I got complete air off of that curb. So I had to slow down a little extra, but he managed to get a bad exit, so I got the better run on this first straight here. And had the move done before the next corner. But he wasn't giving up yet. He was right on my tail. You can see me taking a deep breath, just trying to calm down, not to succumb to the pressure from behind. But I managed to get through the chicane with a little bit of speed. And I think I got the move done, so hit the next corner, just trying to aim for my braking zones, looking for my turn-in markers. Just doing my best to keep that guy behind me. Made a little bit of a mistake, got a little bit too much curb there at the end. Managed to hold on as we enter the last couple corners. He's catching up. Entering the final corner. Go in a little too early, but managed to pull it off and get across. And I bring it across the line, finishing in 8th position, having started in a 9th.
Well, I gained 1 position, but way to break it did something. What a race! Got a lot of action in that one. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Here we go for round 2 at Alton Park. Get ready, guys. All right, the beginning of race 2 here. Now, this race didn't have quite as much action as the first race, so I will skip a couple laps here, but I will definitely iterate the whole thing for you. So we start off the race, and somebody there got a slow start. We managed to get past him pretty easily. Heading into turn 1, I'm being extremely cautious. I'm a little worried that that purple and green car wouldn't be able to see me where I sat, and was worried that something like that would have happened to me. So we gained 1 position right there just by somebody wrecking it out. Things are never calm on lap 1. We start getting a lot of speed, and we got the way better exit than the 2 cars in front of us. And you can hear me letting out of the accelerator, just trying to keep behind because I have nowhere to go. I can't pass. Pulling up beside this really green Mazda. I ended up outbraking myself, but I managed to keep ahead of the yellow and brown one. Entering the chicane, I just about smoked the rear end on that green Mazda. He braked super early on that. Wasn't ready for that. You can see all the fighting ahead of us, so I'm just trying to stay within reach of it in case anything happens. I should be able to take advantage. Entering that corner there, I felt like I got the way better run. One of the leaders crashed there, so we managed to get another position. So by the time we started lap 2, we were already up into 6th position from 9th. Again, with these Mazdas, you just got to be able to carry that momentum, carry that speed. And you can see just how much of a difference it makes. Coming along this back straight, I was able to pull right alongside and eventually pass that green car. I see that red and black Mazda in front of us make a little mistake. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite close enough to take advantage of it. So we skip ahead another lap here. And as you can see, I'm up into position 4. Just a bunch of people wrecking out ahead. And that's brought me closer to the leaders here. The top 3 are one cars we could see in front of us. And they're fighting for it. They're fighting for that lead. And that's just allowed me to catch right up to them. As we enter this chicane here, the yellow car just makes a mistake. Completely goes offline. And he gives up. So now we're up into 3rd position with 2nd and 1st just inches ahead of us. At this point, I see the red Mazda, taking a peek, and I think, oh man, if he's going to put that guy offline, I may be able to get up ahead. And I see he's so far offline, and then I make a mistake and oversteer out of the exit, and I just lose all that extra speed. But luckily, they stay fighting each other, so I can stay just within fighting distance of them. Again, I get the better exit, and I'm just trying to edge past this little purple and green one, but he manages to stay ahead.
I did not hit him. He was spun out on his own.
As I said, I did not hit him, but that was very fortunate for us that he had made that mistake. We were able to push ourselves right up into 2nd position, and we're just within distance of winning this race. So try to buckle down. I'm trying to keep my head straight and calm, thinking about how I can attack this track and not necessarily trying to think how I could get past this first driver, because if I make mistakes, I'll never get anywhere close to him. Here it was. I thought this was my moment. I saw him go off track, and it was very, very slow. I was able to pull off the pass, and I was up into the lead for about a half a second before I outbraked myself and lost 1st position, allowing 2nd to get up right up beside me, of course, in the process. And that's the thing with these Mazdas. You lose momentum, you're going to fall back, and that's definitely true in this race. As he was able to pull up beside me. And although I didn't lose out to him right there, I ended up making another mistake, which allowed him to run up my inside. So a testament to keeping the momentum going in these Mazdas, because that's what makes the difference. Not much else happens for about another lap, so we'll skip ahead to lap 6. Now we're on to the final lap, coming into the last few corners. green car, I had just been able to stay within touching distance of it. But he was doing great. He wasn't making many mistakes. So my hopes of pulling it off were very, very slim. But I saw he made a poor exit there, so I thought just maybe I could get him into these last 2 corners. I didn't have quite enough speed for that corner. But as he had went just a little bit wide, I was able to come up on his inside. And now we're down to the final corner. I braked just a tiny bit early. Trying to keep to the right, trying to leave him space, and it just went sideways. Definitely not how I wanted to get to finish that race. I definitely wanted to try to finish in either second or third. And unfortunately, due to that mistake, I ended up finishing the race in 4th position. And you guys let me know in the comments. Do you think that one was my fault? Do you think that was a racing incident? I definitely want to know. Let me know in the comments. But if you like this video, definitely leave me a like. If you subscribe, just know that I appreciate it. But until next time, this has been Crispy Driver, and have yourself a wonderful day.